Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running.
Good evening, friends of Family Forward, and welcome to the Rocket Ball. I'm Megan Biddle.
And I'm Brian Clevenger. Some of you might remember us from last year when we gathered at the Ritz-Carlton just weeks before COVID changed our world. Megan, I can't believe how lucky we were to co-host such a fabulous event last year with 600 guests.
I agree, Brian, and the timing was so fortunate. We had a lot of fun and we raised a record-breaking amount for kids and families.
Yes, remember dressing up and going out, not just for food and hand sanitizer?
I think we should relive it a little bit, don't you?
Let's do.
Good evening, friends of Family Forward, and welcome to the Rocket Ball.
Really, Megan? 4-inch heels? You look marvelous.
We serve our clients with compassion, acceptance, and respect. I know you'll have a chance to see that tonight.
This award is so very well deserved.
Now, let's make a real impact, shall we?
Who would do 20,000? I want to see how fast this room raises the first 100,000. Look at there. 226 says I'll kick it off.
Tonight, with your generosity, we raised over $620,000. It's so nice to look back, and I can't wait until we can safely eat catered food in a crowded ballroom again. This is the first time I've worn heels since that night, Brian.
And I think we look marvelous.
It really is good to see you again, even though this looks and feels so different. I'm also impressed that your tux still fits after all that quarantine snacking.
Yeah, I was a bit concerned about that myself, and I don't understand how these shrink in my closet. The reality is, we've all changed the way we operate, personally and professionally. But one thing hasn't changed at all: Family Forward's commitment to serving our community and helping vulnerable children and families. That's why we're here tonight, coming to you from Mission Control, so the Rocket Ball can launch from your living room and Family Forward can keep their good work going. Thank you to our sponsors for making this event possible. You can buy raffle tickets for your chance to win a trip to Austin, Texas, Napa Valley, the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, Los Cabos, Mexico, or Monterey, California for world-class golf. Trust me, we will travel again. You can also bid on silent auction items and make Fund the Need donations anytime during the event and until 8 p.m. tomorrow night.
Brian and I have chosen to dedicate a combined 25 years to this great organization by serving on the board and supporting Family Forward however we can. Tonight, we invite you to join us on the journey forward. Kick back, because even apart, we can still help kids go from hardship to healing and have some fun. Don't forget to use hashtag RocketBall2021 and tag @FamilyForwardMo in your social media posts. We want to see those selfies, whether you opt tonight for a spacesuit or a sweatsuit.
Before we see how the Family Forward team does whatever it takes to support the people they serve, let's hear from our leader, CEO Karen Nolte.
Thank you, Megan and Brian, and thank you all for joining us this evening. We realize that everyone has been impacted by the pandemic, and Family Forward appreciates your desire to help us bring hope and healing to our community. Together, we can make a greater difference and reach the people who need our guidance to navigate their journey forward. I am so proud of our staff's creativity and their real-time problem solving. We continue to provide the therapeutic and educational services we're known for, while at the same time offering relief during this ongoing crisis, so that our clients and participants can continue making progress and cope with stress. We are offering telehealth services and virtual programming. To ensure that our families stay safe, we are assisting with rent and utility payments. So that children can keep up with their peers academically and stay in touch with loved ones outside of their home, we are providing technology. We are delivering everything from household goods to therapeutic supplies. And to meet the specific needs of individual children and support their caregivers, we are also creating and sharing video content. Now, I also realize that we're all a bit tired of talking about what we've done to adapt because of COVID. But for us, what would have happened if we didn't adapt? Family Forward prevents and treats child abuse and neglect. Our team helps children and the people who care for them. We empower women who have survived domestic violence to build a future that is not defined by their past. The children and families we serve need us now more than ever. And that's what this event is all about. Persevering and being there for each other, even apart. By supporting Family Forward, you are doing something bigger for our community. Your help positions us to see vulnerable children and families through challenging times. Thank you for ensuring that we stay strong, stable, and flexible for the people who need us most. Megan and Brian, Family Forward is so lucky to have you in our mission control room tonight and always. Thank you for co-hosting the Racquetball.
Karen's leadership and dedication is always inspiring, and tonight we can all help Family Forward advance safer, healthier relationships for children and families. My husband Joel and I are proud parents to 3 amazing daughters, and it's my perspective as a mom that keeps Family Forward close to my heart. While none of us want to look back on the turmoil this past year has brought, we can't keep going without acknowledging where we've been. COVID caused parents everywhere to juggle more than ever before. From Zoom school to canceled activities, lack of routine to grief, isolation to illness. And those were under the best of circumstances. Family Forward serves families who even pre-pandemic dealt with housing insecurity and neighborhood violence. Hardship and stress compounded and worsened because of the coronavirus, and our community's children have been exposed to even more trauma. This organization understands the effects of trauma and knows how to treat it. While Family Forward was in no way anticipating a pandemic, we were prepared to support our community through a crisis and beyond. Our highly skilled staff members worked hard to stay connected to the people we serve and help them overcome barriers. At the same time, the need for services increased, and we were there to answer the calls. Tonight, you can impact countless lives by supporting this work.
My wife, Vicki, and I got involved quite a long time ago, and we're still here because St. Louis couldn't do without this organization. Vicki volunteered to mentor a young mother named Shanella, and it was such a meaningful experience for both of them. For Shanella to have a relationship with Family Forward and also with Vicki as her mentor was a key to her success, both as an individual and as a parent. We can't all do the work that Family Forward does. We can, however, be champions for kids and do good things for struggling families together. Tonight, we're honored to present the Herman T. and Feeney R. Pott Child Advocacy Award. This award is given annually to an individual or group that exemplifies the spirit of Pott family's commitment to helping children. The Pott Foundation was established in 1973 by Herman and Feeney Pott to support children, education, and health and human service organizations in the St. Louis area. The Pott Foundation's support of Family Forward over the past 38 years has been phenomenal. $2.2 million, positively impacting the lives of more than 120,000 children and 2 generations of families. This year's Pott Award recipient is a company that is all about family, a company that leaves whatever they touch a little better. Garcia Properties has supported Family Forward since 2008 and shares our vision for St. Louis where kids are safe and families thrive. We sure do appreciate Garcia Properties, and this award is so very well deserved.
Hi friends, we spend a lot of time around here talking about what home means. To me, Home is a place that we should all always be able to come to and always feel safe. Unfortunately, I think we can also all agree that a lot of kids just don't have that luxury. And that's why Ivan and I have been such raving supporters of Family Forward, because of the amazing work that they do, the hard work. And we're not going to be doing that. We can't do that. Most of you all out there can't do that either. But we can certainly help them do the work.
We'd like to say thank you for the award. It's an honor, of course. And we ask that you join us in supporting Family Forward in their important work in whatever way you can. Tonight, give till it hurts. Give as much as you can. Also, you can volunteer at Family Forward. There's always opportunities to help them with your time. And lastly, share the work that they're doing with people that you know, so that we can kind of increase the network of people that are helping with this cause. The more of us that there are lifting, the lighter the load will be. So please help in any way you can, and have a great night.
This neighborhood is our product. We're doing sales, we're doing, my brothers are doing Garcia Property Management, and to me, all of that is in service of our community. And people support us, they empower us, and then we, I feel, have a responsibility to give back to the community that empowers us. We're not extracting resources, we're the stewards of resources that then we can give back to the neighborhood.
Congratulations to Garcia Properties. I so admire their passion for making our neighborhoods better places and St. Louis an even better city. Companies like Garcia Properties and many others support Family Forward because they trust us to formulate better insights and achieve better outcomes for the children and families we serve. A few years ago, we watched Kiki's story at the Rocket Ball. Kiki's mom, Chris, was trusted with her care when she was just a few months old, and later was given the opportunity to adopt Kiki and her brother Oliver. Chris initially thought unconditional love could erase all the pain Kiki and Oliver experienced early on, but she soon learned more than love was needed and that Family Forward could help. Let's check in on this family and see where they are now.
Kiki came to me with 3 broken ribs, undernourished. She was very small for her age. Her skin was raw from poor care. Over time, I learned things like she was born 4 weeks early. She only weighed 5 pounds at birth. That she sustained physical abuse, they thought probably not from her mom, but from another adult in the house. You had to be very careful of how fast you picked her up. If you went too fast, she would startle and cry.
She's always been there for me, even through my worst times, through grade school and middle school.
Middle school was a lot harder for Kiki. In middle school, you're expected to sit, you're expected to stand and walk in line, you're expected to pretty much do what the teachers tell you to do and don't ask questions, and that's not Kiki at all. When she would have these behaviors, it would be very difficult to get teachers on board with learning why and spending time finding that out.
If you want a kid to listen to you when something's going on, I feel like they need to understand where that kid is coming from, because every kid is different.
Children are learning at all times, so they are learning from the experiences they have, both in their environment and from the relationships that they have. They learn if they can control their environment, that they can expect their needs to be taken care of, that people are generally good and safe and will help them. For kids that have a trauma history like Kiki's, those messages very early on were completely different. They were that adults were not safe, that they were a cause of pain. Her needs were irrelevant to what was going on. No matter how hungry she was, no matter how wet she was, no matter how cold she was, there wasn't going to be somebody necessarily fixing that for her. Understanding that fundamental template is set very early on and impacted over and over again by the experiences that someone has helps to draw some clarity around what is happening now and what we can do about it going forward, because we understand where she's been.
When I got Kiki, I too thought, oh, she's so young, I'll be able to love her and it'll all melt away. I quickly realized that that was not the case, and I wish all parents, and not even just all parents, but all people who work with children that have been through trauma, understood that so that you could really understand where that child was all the time. The foundation of when she was young and as an infant not having her needs met continues to this day to form the reactions that she has. The fact that we were able to connect with such good, solid foundation and information gave us not only tools of what to do, but understanding her gives us hope for every day and her whole future.
I started school at Loyola University, New Orleans. I'm a criminal justice major now and minoring in political science. Education's a big one for me just because I did struggle so much throughout grade school, throughout high school, and going into college, and now almost going into my second semester. I don't think I would be where I'm at without the advocacy of my mom, just because I did struggle so much in grade school. And throughout high school, like, I kind of flourished. Like, I ended up having a 4.0 when I graduated. And then this year I ended my first semester with a 3.8. So it's like, I don't think I'd be there without the help of my mom. During COVID, I found new hobbies, things to, like, just keep myself, like, entertained without feeling like I had to go out places. I worked out a ton. I just kind of focused on myself. It was kind of just like a nice reevaluation period to, like, see where I wanted to get myself and where I was.
I think COVID has impacted me, actually. I think it's matured me in a way that haven't matured in a long time. A couple years ago, I was just having a lot of trouble with life. I wasn't really being me, the true me. But I feel like COVID gave me a time to sit back and realize what was going on and figure out a way to fix it, rather than having to be around a whole bunch of people and just act like everything was okay.
I can remember when they were little, I really enjoyed being with them. And I kept thinking, oh, I don't want them to grow up. I don't want them to grow up. I want them to stay little because I don't know what I'm going to do with teenagers in my house. But I have thoroughly enjoyed having these teenagers. They're good kids. They care about other people. So it's fun for me to watch them. I've always enjoyed any kind of milestone that they hit. One of the things that has helped me as a parent be an advocate for both of them was the support that I got at Family Forward, and having support both for me to have a sounding board to come to them and say, I don't know kind of what to do here. What are my options? What can I say? What can I not say? What's going on with my kid? But also having somebody that would come with me to some of the harder meetings, that especially when she was in middle school, because that was a really rough time for her. But then it also gave me the ability to kind of know how to stand up and say, okay, enough, this is what my kid needs. And I know that's not the traditional way that we do things in school, but my kid needs something less traditional because of all of the traumas that they've both been through.
I just feel like she helped me through life in general. I feel like I wouldn't have any other good experiences in life if I wouldn't have had her in my life. If I wasn't adopted, I feel like it'd be different.
Knowing that Miss Rachel was there constantly sticking up for me and advocating for me made me feel really good and feel appreciated when sometimes those teachers didn't feel the same way.
I can remember coming into her office after a more than miserable meeting or encounter with Kiki, because Kiki really struggled at that time. She struggled in school, but she struggled behaviorally at home too, and it was really hard. And Rachel was always there. She used to always tell me that, I know it's really hard, but she's gonna make an amazing adult. And I've said that to her before. I was like, Miss Rachel was right. We talk about that a lot.
I'm so proud to be affiliated with an organization that helps families create a roadmap for healing. We have to understand a child's history and the impact of past experiences before we can provide the right kind of help and move forward together. Developmental trauma is complex, but Family Forward helps kids like Kiki and Oliver succeed into adulthood and supports parents like Chris.
You're right, Brian. Tonight, our friends at home can enable Family Forward to provide life-saving services for even more children and families in our community. Now more than ever, people need the specialized help that Family Forward provides. At the beginning of the pandemic, we saw a 93% increase in calls and referrals to our domestic violence services compared to the previous 6 months, a direct result of added stress, social isolation, and financial hardship. Relationship abuse impacts everyone in a household, especially children. We also know that reports to the Missouri Child Abuse and Neglect Hotline are down, but not because bad things are happening less. It's because safe adults outside the home, like teachers, are seeing kids less and are unable to intervene or offer support the way they normally would. You can help combat these challenges. Right now, you can fund the need with our auctioneer and friend, Adam Yokish. Let's make a real impact, shall we?
Thank you, and welcome to your opportunity to make a difference, all from the comfort and safety of your home. You're going to donate tonight with just one easy click, or as many times as you want to click. This is the Fund a Need portion, the most important part of the evening. We're going to start big. $20,000 can provide special assessment, treatment, and parent education services for families just like Kiki's. This is awesome. Scott and Christine Homan have donated $20,000 tonight to kick us off. Who else will join the Homans? Scott and Christine, thank you so very much. We have Kimberly and Glenn Archer. They're going to join in and donate $20,000. Ladies and gentlemen, we've just raised $40,000 in like 10 seconds. Awesome. Fantastic. Let's go to the next level, $15,000. $15,000 can prevent child abuse by promoting strong family relationships. So if you missed out at the $20,000 and you want to get at 15, here's your chance. And here's some wonderful people that have already helped for $15,000. Christopher Reed and Jennifer Delaney, thank you very much. Brian and Vicki Clevenger, thank you for your $15,000 gift. So we've already raised $30,000 at that level. To think about it and see if you want to get in at the $15,000 level. Our next level is $10,000. $10,000 can provide hope and healing for preschool-age children. So at the $10,000 level, we have Bill and Laura Overturf, Matt and Sandra Burkemper, John and Angela Heithaus, Arnold and Eleanor Larson. All of those wonderful people have helped us tonight by donating $10,000, and thank you very much. Our next level is $5,000. Ladies and gentlemen, $5,000 can provide mental health services for a family faced with stressors. Who will donate this evening? Here are the people helping at $5,000. Mike and Tori DeSalvo, Matt and Kelly Harvey, Bill and Carrie Studi, Jan and Gabe Hess, Eben and Kristen Shantz, Karen and Bill Nolte, Liz and Scott Johnson. Jessica and Rick Dieter are all wonderful people that have helped us with a $5,000 gift. Thank you very much. If we're in a ballroom, I always tell you that you can raise your hand multiple times. You can also click multiple times. So if you give it the $10,000 and you want to give later, there is no limit. Our next level is $2,500. $2,500 can help provide mentoring for young parents or economic empowerment services for women impacted by domestic violence. Who will help us at $2,500 this evening? We have Julie and Amory Price, Megan and Joel Biddle, Bob and Rose Aarons, Mike and Corinne Manchese, and also the Martins. Thank you all who have given $2,500. Our next level is the $1,000 gift. A $1,000 gift can provide support for parents of children who are adopted or in foster care. Please join these wonderful people who have given $1,000. Steve Goldstein and Laura Staley, Rachel and Brian Newkirk, John and Sharon King, Craig and Jessica Hoagland, David and Lynn Anderson have all given $1,000. Thank you very much. Now's your chance, and it can make a world of difference in some child's life. Our next level is $500. $500 can provide therapeutic groups for kids who struggle in social settings. Here are the people who have donated $500. Josh and Tova Edwards, Dr. Amy and Ken Koch, Lucas and Megan Hawker. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for your $500 gift. And now is your opportunity at home to hit your clicker and please donate $500. Our next level is the $250 level. $250 can help kids safely enjoy therapeutic books, toys, and art supplies. Who will donate $250 this evening? Now think about it. If you haven't participated so far, we're down to the last 2 levels. If you have $250 that you could donate to Family Forward, we would appreciate it so very much. Our last and final level to donate this evening is $100. $100 can provide personal items and clothes for kids who come into our care with nothing of their own. How many $100 donations are out there tonight that can help these children? You folks have been wonderful. We've given well over $150,000 so far, and we're at our last level. And I want you to know that if you give $100 or $20,000, Family Forward really appreciates it, and they'll put it to good use.
This evening has proven that even apart, we can still connect to help kids and teens who are hurting, parents and caregivers who need support, and women who have been impacted by domestic violence. Megan and I have shared why Family Forward is so important to us, and we hope that whether you're a new friend or a longtime supporter, you know how meaningful your contributions are. Thank you for joining us. Did you document your big night in for this incredible cause? Post your photos on social media.
You still have until 8 p.m. tomorrow, that's Sunday, to keep bidding on silent auction items, buying raffle tickets, and making Fund the Need donations if you haven't already. Family Forward will contact donors personally about silent auction item delivery and reach out to the winner of the raffle directly so they can pick their trip.
Thank you again to our sponsors. Because of your support, hope takes flight. We hope you enjoyed the Rocket Ball and feel great about the good you've done.
Together, we're a flight crew working on the most important mission there is, moving vulnerable children and families in the direction of hope.
Let's keep being there for each other, and we'll see you again next year in person. What does that do? Why
I don't
do you
even
do
know
that?
what that's about.
This will be the one, okay? And then we're gonna do it all again.
Even though this looks and feels very different. Oh, the tux.
Tux.
Sorry, can I do that part again? Can you do the marvelous thing again?
I need to redo that. That didn't come out right.
Why? What'd I do?
I finally got it right.
I was just talking right over that train.
Let's do it one more time. This will be the one we keep, right?
Really?
Thank you, Coach.
That's all I got.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Woo! You're getting good at this. I wanted to see his woo. I didn't want to.
Hope takes flight. Hope takes flight.
1, 2, 3. Woo! Nailed it.